Cowboys OT is brought to you by Sleep Number. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeti, officially licensed Yeti Cowboys gear, is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concession, and on Yeti.com. And by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com.
Blitz coming, Prescott over the middle. It is caught in stride. George Pickens again, and he's down to the 21. Cowboys were 21 down, trying to pull off the comeback. Aubrey from 42 in the win. Aubrey up, and he's got it! The Cowboys win, and maybe Nealon looking down from above.
24-21, the final score from AT&T Stadium in Week 12, a 42-yard Brandon Aubrey field goal capping off an improbable comeback as the Dallas Cowboys take down the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome in to Cowboys OT here from Arlington alongside Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church, and Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. The Cowboys down 21-0, did not look back. They put their pedal to the metal and come back to win it late in this one. It was an improbable comeback to start, Isaiah. Still trying to wrap our heads around it entirely, but the defense blanks Philadelphia in the second half, and the offense gets the job done, driving down the field and setting up Aubrey in field goal range.
This game is a tale of two halves. First half, everybody gave up the cookies. Offensively, we didn't take advantage of opportunities. We turned the ball over. Defensively, we gave up easy passes and obviously long drives. These guys took care of business in the second half. They came out and they had nothing but fight and grit. These guys scratched and clawed their way for everything that they had. They took it drive by drive. They didn't allow any points defensively for the remainder of that second half. They did what they needed to do, and then offensively, Jorge, a.k.a. George Pickens, 9 for 9 on the day, 146 yards. He stepped up whenever CD didn't have his greatest night again against the Eagles. He stepped in a major way and helped this offense out along with some other guys.
Yeah, George Pickens, I mean, he went off. I mean, the second half, it was outstanding what he was able to do out there. I still don't understand, Philadelphia's rationale behind single covering a guy like George Pickens. I mean, he's shown the ability pretty much all season long to be a mismatch nightmare, and it worked out for the Cowboys because he was able to eat the Philadelphia secondary alive tonight. But to me, this game came all down to was the second half adjustments, both offensively and defensively. Like Isaiah said, defensively, it was a struggle early on. But in the second half, they were able to blank the Philadelphia Eagles out in the entire second half, stopping them. Tackling got much better. And to me, what the big key stat is in this ball game was the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken, won the turnover battle in this ball game. And that's one of the few times they've done that so far this season, and they walked away with a W. Kudos to that defense for blanking out the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half. Offensively, they got their gears in motion. Dak Prescott once again showed you why he's one of the premier quarterbacks in the National Football League. Just the decision-making out there, being able to will this offense to the productivity that they were able to have out there in the second half was outstanding. So to me, kudos goes off to the offense in the second half, defense for making those adjustments, and a great W for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, I just get a defense a complete game. They hung in there when our defense was floundering. Our offense was floundering in the first half. But I want to say, Coach, you did a great job of one thing in the first half, and that's kept Jonte Williams in the ball game. He had 20 carries for 80-something yards. Altogether, they had 31 for 125. I think 4-point or something carry. That is what makes the difference. When you can play defense and run the ball and keep this thing balanced, and that's how you come back and you just chip away and win a game. And I tell you what, man, that dude Jorge, he really makes a game out of me. Yeah.
George Pickens was incredible in this game, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is about as tough of a highlight read as I've ever had to write.
Handle it.
Let's get into it. Take a look at how this one unfolded. Early in the game, Saquon Barkley and the Eagles wearing their Kelly Greens on the road, taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It was all about early mistakes for Dallas. 4th down and 3, they elect to go for it from midfield. This one off the hands and incomplete. Williams can't hold on. It's an early turnover on downs. You'll start to see a theme here. Philadelphia takes advantage of the Dallas mistake as Jalen Hurts finds A.J. Brown over the middle for the touchdown. Philly up 7-0. After a Dallas defensive stop, Philly forced to punt the ball away, but Maris Leofau makes contact with Brandon Mann, the punter for Philadelphia. Even though the fair catch made by Turpin at his own 36-yard line, they call roughing the punter On the ground goes Braden Mann. The drive continues for Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts and company take advantage again. He rumbles his way into the end zone for 6. His first rushing touchdown of the day. 14-0 Philly at the end of 1. Then Dallas on offense. Kevontae Turpin given the carry. He fumbles here. It's recovered by Zach Bond. And just like that, Philadelphia going the other direction in plus territory. And of course, you're going to see it again, taking advantage of the Dallas miscue. This time, it's Devontae Smith with a circus catch down the right sideline. He holds on with a phenomenal grab, Isaiah, that sets up the tush push, the Philadelphia special going into the end zone, making it happen. 21-0. Philadelphia looked like they would run away with it at that point, but not so fast, says Dallas. Dak Prescott and company at the end of the half, trying to get in the end zone. They make one more mistake. Reed Blankenship with the interception in the red zone. A quick takeaway here. That one in the double coverage, trying to force it to CeeDee Lamb. But that was really the last good thing for Philadelphia at times in this game, because Dallas would get a defensive stop. They turn back around. They get George Pickens in the end zone for 6. Dallas gets on the board with 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Into the third we go. Dak Prescott also needing to keep that passing attack alive after both teams traded some stops. Free play down the right sideline. CeeDee Lamb goes up to get it through the pass interference. He holds on to the football, and Dallas picks up 48 yards on the catch to CeeDee Lamb. Now, Dallas on the doorstep again outside of 2 minutes left in the third. Dak patiently waiting for somebody to get open. Brevin Spanford does in the back of the end zone. His first touchdown grab of his career, and it's Dallas trailing by 7. They would get another defensive stop. Dallas and company still driving. Dak sees George Pickens downfield. He elevates over the top of one of a multitude of phenomenal plays that George Pickens made in this football game. That, again, puts Dallas on the doorstep of making something special happen as he makes a double move happen. Goes up to get it in double coverage as well. Brings it down to the sideline. Dallas inside the 10 now. Dak Prescott rolling, looking, patient again, but this time he'd take it himself. Flipping into the end zone. AT&T Stadium comes unglued as Dallas ties the game at 21. And then that defense, boy, was that defense making some big plays late. Saquon Barkley fumbles this one. It was forced by Sam Williams. Dallas recovers their first takeaway of the game, and it's a big one, keeping Philadelphia off the board. Then Dallas, after a punt on the stop, they put it back into their own territory. On the return, though, if you look here, they fumble it again. Another takeaway, this time forced by the special teams unit. Dallas recovers. Trent Sig on top of it, and they take over inside the Philadelphia 10-yard line. However, they would not punch it in or result in any points. Instead of taking the field goal, they go for it on 4th down and goal. An incomplete pass underneath to Jake Ferguson gives Philadelphia the football back. But have no fear, Osa Odigizua is here. Big sack by Odigizua as he gets to Jalen Hurts, forces another Dallas punt, and continues to keep this game tied late in the football game. Dak Prescott over the middle early in this drive as George Pickens is off to the races. He gets taken down at the 21-yard line, and Dallas with an opportunity to put it through the uprights. Brandon Aubrey, who missed a field goal early, drills this one from 42 yards out, and the Cowboys complete the comeback. It took every single player on that roster to get the job done as the Cowboys take down Nick Sirianni and the previously 8-2 Philadelphia Eagles as they embrace at midfield. 24-21, the final score, brought to you by Miller Lite. Here are the final stats. It was pretty even all the way throughout, but some of those big plays down the stretch, especially by the Dallas defense, was the difference in having something happen in this one, especially in that second half. We're still outside the locker room here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. When we come back, we do have to take a quick commercial break. We have one of the heroes here in Sam Williams, who forced that fumble late. We're going to catch up with Sam in a matter of moments. More Cowboys OT coming up right after this.
This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
24-21, the Dallas Cowboys take down the Philadelphia Eagles and come from behind fashion, erasing a 21-point deficit throughout the second half and capping it off with a 42-yard Brandon Aubrey field goal to win it, as we are now joined by Sam Williams outside the Cowboys locker room here at AT&T Stadium alongside Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. And Sam, really, first off, congratulations on a big win. I know there was a lot of ecstatic celebrations from this point forward. What was the celebration like in the locker room just a couple moments ago?
We was turned. Yeah, we got that dub. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from the point deficit that we was in, like we deserve to do that. You know what I mean? I'm surprised it ain't still going.
Hey, they might just be because it's a short week. But what was the key for this defense to have as much success in the second half as you guys did?
Just be feared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Quentin Williams said a thing that stuck with me. If you want to be the best defensive player in the league, you got to be the best defensive player in your division. If you want to be the most feared defensive player in the league, you got to be the most feared defensive player in your position. So I take that as the group. I feel like we was pretty violent, pretty I mean, I just feel like we were doing our thing, man. Like, this is just the first step. I promise. More coming.
Yeah, already. First half was rough, right? Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
First half was rough, down 21-0, going into the half. What was communicated at halftime by the defensive staff that let you guys know that you guys need to go out there and take care of business? And then what was you guys' mentality as a team defensively when you guys went out in the second half?
Again, Quentin Williams, he stepped up, he talked. He's like, man, I like it like this. We can go take it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want nothing give it to me. If it, like, I didn't get here by getting stuff given to me. You know what I mean? So that turned up the whole defense. We broke it down before the coach even came out. Like, it's just the words he was saying, it made my heart beat fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just brought the juice and energy. Like, I just felt it from first play out. From the first play defense touched the field, we had that energy, and we did what we said we was going to do.
You brought his name up twice, right, in just his last few moments. How much of an influence has he had in terms of the leadership perspective since he touched base here in Dallas?
I mean, he's just an OG. He just took that role, you know. I mean, I don't know. When he talks, we gonna listen. Yeah. That's how it is. Like, when he step in the room and he say something, it's meaningful, it's impactful, it's powerful. So we listen. I take everything I can from him, honestly.
Yes,
so.
And we saw clips of him and sounds of the sideline last week, coaching up guys like Donovan Ezraku. He's coaching you guys up as well. But take us through that play that you made on Saquon Barkley to force the fumble. This is a team in Philadelphia that does not turn the football over. What did you see there that allowed you to be successful?
Well, first, pursuit, effort. You know, you can be judged by a lot of things, but, like, effort, that's one thing, like, I got to do. You know what I'm saying? My effort got me here. Most of like, shoot, I can't even talk.
There you go.
But but my effort is everything. So just chasing down the ball, I saw it, and then my eyes got big, and I just tried to punch it hard as I could, and then it came out.
It was an awesome play across the board, Sam. We appreciate you taking some time. Congratulations on the win. It's a short week. Get some rest. Get some food, too. I know it's Thanksgiving week.
Mom, wait for me.
And we got to get them back to Mom, but we appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with us post-game.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Williams joining us post-game here on Cowboys OT. When we come back, we're going to talk to Tyler Booker as well. The rookie first-round pick had quite the battle with the Philadelphia defensive line. We'll talk to him with more Cowboys OT right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Dak Prescott fired up after the Cowboys take down the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 here in Week 12 of the NFL season. Welcome back into Cowboys OT. Now rejoined by Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans, and we have Tyler Booker joining us here on the set as well. First time we've had the chance to have you on the post-game show this year, so thanks for taking some time. But that was a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure it was a lot of fun to play in. Take us through those final moments and what was going through your head as you guys and your team get it done.
Yeah, just believing, and it's not over till it's over. You don't win the game in the first quarter, you don't win in the second or third quarter, you win games in the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what we did. And that just, today is a testament to our competitive stamina as a team.
And you had to have that stamina going up against a really talented Philadelphia defensive line. How tough was that? Your second time going up against them, but now you got a little seasoning to you.
Yeah, definitely. I think you hit it on the head. I'm a lot more confident player. I'm a much different player than I was that first game. A lot more confident. I feel like my technique is better. Still have a long ways to go, but I feel like I'm a much better player than I was week one.
Where do you think you've grown? You see your technique got better. What is it? Your feet got better? The game itself, you look at it a little bit different? How are you gotten better?
Yeah, truly the game itself, I have a lot more confidence out there, like every time I step on the field, I feel like I'm getting better. I'm gaining more confidence, and with that confidence, it allows me to become more versatile in what I do within the run and pass game. So in this league, everybody's so talented. If you go out there, you get the same 45-degree set, punch the outside number, the guys are going to start to pick up on it. So the more I play, the more comfortable I feel switching it up. So I feel like that's something that's made my game a lot better thus far.
Having Quentin Williams coming there, a guy, A-plus player on defense coming in, Quentin Williams and preparing you to face Jalen Carter, which you played in college, and Javon.
Jalen Carter and you're talking about Jordan Davis. Yeah.
How does that feel, man? I mean, you faced monsters in practice. Now you're facing monsters in the game. How you feel about that?
Yeah, it's really a big confidence booster, and then it's really blessed to have a Quentin here. And somebody I looked up to when I was at the University of Alabama. Just hear a lot of stories about him, and then even me going through the agency process, finding my agent, he was somebody I was able to reach out to, and somebody I built a relationship with before he even got here. So to have him in the locker room now, so he could really have his eyes on me, tell me what he sees, and then just tell me what he sees from the perspective of a defensive tackle. So just having that kind of experience and having an Alabama brother here is huge. I'm glad to have another one.
What was the key to the offense having more success in the second half, going up against a Philadelphia defense that's been shutting teams down for the most part, and you get just the 7 points in the first half? What changed in the second?
We really just settled in and played our game, and I feel like that's what we have to do. We got to start faster. We can't have so many self-inflicted wounds. So we cut those off. I feel like we will continue to have more performances like we did in the second half.
It was really a lot of fun to watch. What's the key to keeping the momentum in a short week and taking on Kansas City on Thursday?
Just remembering this feeling in the locker room and just wanting to achieve this again, wanting to forever chase this feeling of victory. And we know that we have a challenge coming up on Thursday, but right now we're going to enjoy this victory. And tomorrow we'll get to work. Looking forward to get a victory on Thursday.
Rookie offensive lineman. It's almost too long to call you a rookie. You've been here for quite some time now.
So are you official now, the soul snatcher, or are you still waiting to just bring that out?
Got to keep working to earn that title.
Okay. I like that. That's okay. Right. That's self-awareness. That's good. See, not a rookie move. That's a veteran answer. Love it, as always. Always a pleasure catching up with you, Tyler. Good luck going into the short week against the Chiefs. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
When we come back, another big game for George Pickens. We'll hear what he had to say next.
How big was this win? Definitely a division game, so I definitely say super big, super important.
How would you describe the first half in comparison to the second half?
Just more resiliency. I feel like the first half we were just a little bit sloppy, just shooting ourselves in the foot. Really nothing they were doing, just what we were doing to ourselves. So resiliency definitely when we came out of here.
Could you talk about the big catch? And back, Javonte just said that probably is when you guys said we probably got a chance now.
Yeah, most definitely. The catch was crazy. Like I said, tracked the ball, kind of beat the defender. I knew he was going to be running up a little behind, so I knew I was going to have a chance to jump for it. And when I came down with it, I kind of knew as well, like Javonte said, we're going, because now we're down there to 10.
What was the mood like in the locker room? Because it was crazy after the game.
Yeah. Before the game, before we came out halftime, guys were still just being resilient. We scored. That was 7. So we kind of knew we were only down 2, let alone, some of the inconsistencies they have themselves. George, on that big play, what's going through your mind when the ball's in the air? When you have 2 guys on? Definitely come down with the catch. No matter where that's like in the middle of the field, high ball, go ball, post, I'm always looking at the ball, so I'll never see the guys around me.
When you do come down, what then goes through your mind?
Just really everything that I always told people, that what I was capable of.
You were talking to me a little earlier about how that one catch you didn't make, that probably could have changed things.
Yeah, I feel like the catch, I don't know how many series ago it was, but right before we kicked the field goal, I could have caught that, and then I feel like the game would have been way over. I feel like with a short week, you kind of want to put it in the forefront, like use the momentum that you have, knowing that KC also seen the game today as well. Everybody around the country did, so just use the momentum and kind of bring that into the next game.
George, I know your confidence is always high. I mean, is your confidence at another level right now? They're back-to-back 144-yard games. Where are you right now?
Really just grinding. This kind of always, honestly, like what I was capable of. I used to have 100 games in college all the time, but just definitely as a team, just keep going because I've also seen the downs of it as well. So just keep going and get as many wins as we can.
So this is the
Yeah.
There we get to hear from George Pickens now as he joins us just outside the locker room here at AT&T Stadium. Back-to-back games now, George, over 140 yards and a touchdown. I mean, you just continue to show the league that you are one of the elite wide receivers. What's been the biggest change over the last few weeks for you? You've had a great season altogether, but you've really taken it up the last two.
I'll probably just say just learning the playbook. When I first got here, I kind of knew I was going to have to learn the playbook as fast as possible because Dak and C and a lot of other guys already knew. So me personally, just executing. That's kind of what's been on my mind ever since I got here.
When you came into this game today against the Eagles, what did you know about their defense, and then what did you feel like you could expose in their defense?
They're a zone team with a good D-line. So I'm trying to make Dak wait until he gets sacked. So definitely coming off the ball fast and getting to my spot fast. I knew if I could do that, they could definitely, have some problems on the back end.
Can you tell us about some of those halftime adjustments you guys were able to make to where you guys came out in that second half and put up 21 unanswered points?
Yeah, definitely just telling all the guys, even some of the coaches, telling the guys just stay in it. We always got this motto and this saying that you can't even win the game in the first and the second quarter. You definitely win it in the fourth, though.
100%.
So definitely when your number is called and when guys are needed to respond in the fourth like we did today, I feel like every person executed.
George, I want to give you a lot of credit, too. We throughout the week, read your Players Tribune article. Really well done, first off. It was an incredible read. I loved seeing you get your mom involved, who did a great job as an editor. What was the thought process behind putting that story out there, talking about your journey to the league and trying to show fans out there exactly who you are as a person, not just as a wide receiver?
Literally, like you said, trying to show everybody what type of person I am instead of, just football-related things. I feel like that's more more personal for life. Honestly, you meet somebody in life, you kind of want to make sure they're a good guy or a good girl. So just letting people know who I was.
And you wanted everybody to know that you were a chill guy.
Yeah.
Chill
dude.
You gonna be on the sticks later?
Yes, sir.
There he goes in, he puts up 140 receiving yards and a touchdown, and he goes back, and he's just a chill guy. George, thanks so much. We don't want to keep you too long. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hi, and congratulations again on another great performance, and especially on the win.
For sure. I appreciate you guys.
George Pickens joining us here as well. We've got more coming up here after the break on Cowboys OT. We'll hear from head coach Brian Schottenheimer right after this.
Going down 21 points going into the half, what was your message to the guys that galvanized them to go out in the second half and achieve what they did on all three phases?
Yeah, Patrick, it's what we've talked about from the beginning. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. You can't win the game in the first quarter, second, third, but you win the game in the fourth quarter, man. And we just talked about that. We shot ourselves in the foot. I told them that. But I told them believe. Believe in each other, believe in the fact we're going to find a way to do it. And I really think today really epitomized a lot of things that those guys have been believing and doing. And it was great to get that win against a damn good football team.
What you saw from George Pickens out there, it's another 100-yard game for him with the touchdown, but also the critical chunk play as you guys went down on that eventual game-winning drive. Just talking about his consistency and his drive and playing.
Yeah, I mean, GP's an incredible player. CD's an incredible player. Javonte played great. George doesn't surprise me at all, and the beautiful thing is, those two guys aren't nearly as good without each other. I mean, that's real, because you can cloud coverages, and they were trying to do certain things to take those guys away, and that's why you need more than one. And but again, he just continues to step up and do a heck of a job, and the sudden change, pass to him was awesome, and just really proud of him.
Ed Werder, WFAA. Defense has been justifiably maligned much of the season, but today it seemed like winning started with them going 8 consecutive possessions without allowing a point.
Yeah, incredible, right? I think, you look at the run stats, Ed, I'll start there. I mean, what we were able to do to Saquon, who is arguably the best back in the league, and I think he had 10 for 22 or something like that. But, they just kept playing, man, and, didn't have great pass rush today. I felt that, it looked like Jalen was back there quite a bit, but man, the tackling I thought was really, really good. We did a really good job on third down, and they're the ones that kind of jump-started us, and we were, of course, able to get the touchdown right at the end of the first half. That was big to cut it to 21-7 and give us a little bit of momentum. But, it's two weeks in a row they've played really, really well, and you can see the confidence in that entire group.
Illinois.
You can hear all of Coach Schottenheimer on DallasCowboys.com and the Cowboys YouTube and streaming channels. Now, I will say, right behind us here in the tunnels outside of AT&T Stadium, it was one of the more electrifying walkbacks to the locker room that we've seen in quite some time, including a big fist pump from Jerry Jones. We're going to hear from Jerry when we come back with more Cowboys OT right after this. Welcome back to Cowboys OT here from AT&T Stadium as the Cowboys take down the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 and come from behind fashion. Let's hear from Cowboys owner, GM, and president Jerry Jones.
I don't know when. That's where all the action is, in the dressing room. So proud of those guys. Every one of them had to give their best. They all had to do something positive to make that happen. I don't know when we've ever early worked any harder to have a team hand us a loss. But to these teams' credit, I'm so proud of that defense. And when you really look at what that defense helped overcome for us, then you've got to be excited about what we've got out here. I hope our fans are as proud of these players as I am. In 4 days, we'll be playing again. And they can't wait, and I can't wait to play again.
What was going through your mind? A fourth and goal is the one where they gave it up on downs and it was looking like it could go against you.
Well, of course, everything we got, we seemed to make it hard before we got it all day. And that needs to, they'll be the first to tell you, we need to not make it so easy for the other team. But they took advantage of it. We got behind, but more to that defense's credit. That they kept that bunch in check and let Dak and his crew do some work.
We talked all week, for a few weeks now, about you guys digging yourself a hole. Does this game like this allow you to dream that maybe you can dig out of it?
Yes, very much, very much. This game tonight, this was our season. Here we were in front of the country this afternoon, and an opportunity to play the #1 rated team, one that we thought we played pretty good against when we opened the season. But for whatever the reason, we didn't play as well as after we played them before. Boy, I'll tell you, when we got in this game tonight and I saw us making the kinds of mistakes we were making, then certainly that was a downtime. The players on the field didn't let it be a downtime, I'll tell you that. And that defense, I just can't say enough about it. They rose to the occasion. They're playing with each other. They're doing for each other, which is what you have to do on defense. A lot of credit goes to our coaching.
Where's that George Pickens stock right now when you know that money talk is going to come in the offseason too? Where's George Pickens stock right now?
Well, I'll tell you, George has been such an integral part of our story. And he has his story to a degree that's our story. And I'm so proud for him. Everybody on this team is. And he certainly has absolutely been the difference as we've played over the last 2 weeks. And we can let it come as well. It's something when you've got 88 and Pickens.
This franchise has only come back down.
Again, you can hear all of Jerry Jones on DallasCowboys.com as we welcome you back into Cowboys OT. Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church, Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. The Cowboys continue to file out of the locker room here in Arlington, and it's still a celebratory feel around the building, and you could hear it in the voice of Jerry Jones there talking about not only the current state of the Cowboys, but even the future state with guys like George Pickens. He continues to raise his stock, continues to see that price tag go up a little bit more. It's kind of one of those things where you kind of take the good with the bad? And the good is that he's playing exceptionally high
What's the
quality
bad?
of football. The bad is that you might have to pay him more, and you may not be able to afford him down the line.
Listen, all I know is I heard Mr. Double J just said that when you have CD and George, that is dangerous. And last time I checked, you only have him on contract for 6 more games. So
get the man paid.
Get the man paid.
Get the man paid.
7 games.
That's it. That's all
no,
that matters.
No, it is 6 games. You're right.
I
Oh,
can,
man.
I can count.
Hey, we're trying to get to 7 games.
In fact,
when it comes to the overall makeup of this team, of course, they've won back-to-back games since the bye week and since the trade deadline. Is it a complete overhaul now that you've seen 2 games yet, or do we still have the jury out on how good this team can actually be?
I believe the jury is still out on how great this team can be. I mean, there were a lot of penalties in this ball game that could have been detrimental for sure. But what has me excited about this team, especially on the defensive side of the football, is this is 2 straight weeks of at least consistent play out there. Pressure from the front 7, the back 7 being sticky. I know they gave up a little points in the first half, but it's all about adjustments in the National Football League. And they made adjustments coaching-wise, player-wise, to lock up in the second half, and they did just that. So for me, I'm excited about this defense going forward. That's 2 straight weeks now.
But, Barry, last week was only against the Raiders.
It was only against the Raiders, and this week is, the defending Super Bowl champs. I mean, you just keep stacking them up. The worst of the best. You just keep stacking them up. And they got those blinders on, so we ready.
The key thing they're going to have to be just more consistent.
Yes.
They have to start a little bit faster, cut away the penalties, continue to get the turnovers. And because Dak was a little shaky there at certain times in the first half, too. So we got to get consistent as a team. And then, like you say, continue to stack, continue to build.
And get Ferg going.
Yes, sir. Ferg got averaged 12 yards per catch. He had 5 today for 60. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good today from the tight end position. More to come here for Cowboys game night. When we come back, we're going to hear from the Cowboys' all-time leading passer. Dak Prescott passes Tony Romo to become the #1 on the list of all-time career passing yards. We'll hear from Dak when we come back.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Cowboys scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery are here. Play today.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. Just talk about the jubilation of this type of comeback. Went down 21-0, and I don't know if you believed or gave up hope. A lot of people did, thought it was over, and to have a comeback like that.
It was needed. Yeah, that game was needed. And no, never blinked, never had any doubt, and 1,000% believed from the beginning. I mean, there was times, right, I'm telling guys, believe, and then there was a moment there in the fourth quarter where a book goes, believe, and I go, I know. Like, we're done with the believe. We've believed long enough, and we've got ourselves back in this game. Like, now you've got to know. And so that's just it's a testament to this brotherhood, sticking together, going down 21 against the defending Super Bowl champs in a division game is tough. And like you said, I'm sure there was fans. I'm sure there was people, right, oh, this is over. These guys are going to run off. But defense. I can't give them enough credit. We wouldn't have won this game without the opportunities that they gave us over and over again. It was also moments of just, when they get a stop or something happened, whether it was Quinnen or Donovan, one of those guys telling me, we got you. And then when they did stop, I'm telling them, we told you. Just continuation of what we did last week and just sticking together. And like I said, it's about the brotherhood. And trust me, once again, we're always going to do it and do it for Marshawn, and he was felt tonight, and I'm sure he was playing right there alongside with us.
You brought up Marshawn, and Shotty talked about the dance part in the locker room, his flag, his jersey, everybody was dancing. Can you describe the scene in there and what that was like? I
think I missed most of it. I think I did, yeah. I mean, if that's what it was, I think I missed that part doing the interview out there with GP. When I got in there, some dancing was fading off, and I honestly had a headache, so I just dapped off my people, gave love, and I know it was electric, though. I'm sure it was.
Dak, Todd Archer, the ESPN. Is how you guys win, is that something that can carry over and can keep going not only Thursday, but into Detroit, into the upcoming games? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I think how you win is just as important as obviously the result, but the important part when you win a game like this, being down 21-0,
there's going to be moments when you're down a touchdown. There's going to be moments when you're down maybe 2 touchdowns, and that's not going to be the last time for the season. And when you have a game like this, talking about the belief or knowing that's what this allows guys in that locker room to do is to believe we're going to come back or know that we have the team, the brotherhood, the connection to do just that. I was just talking to Dave walking in here, and like, I love that. I love being down. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Now, trust me, it's fun when you're up. You can laugh, you can joke, but when you're down, it requires such a unique place that you have to get to in resilience and focus and taking it one play at a time and just trying to lead the other guys and get them to do the same. And when they do, and you end up winning a game like this, this can be huge for us moving forward, and it will be. And as we've talked about all week, getting on a run. This is a hell of a way to get number 2, and we've got to enjoy it tonight, and that's it, and be ready for Thursday.
How much better is it to have a record that you set tonight?
That is the Cowboys' all-time leading career passing leader, Dak Prescott, up at the podium. Of course, want to give him his flowers. He needed 160 yards coming into the day, and ended up with 356 of those yards to pass Tony Romo as the Cowboys franchise all-time leading passer. He just walked by, had the family to celebrate with as well. You can feel the belief starting to grow within the room, and he's a big part of that. He said it throughout the early parts of that interview. He said, I was saying believe, 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 and then when it got down to it in the fourth quarter, it turned from belief into reality, and that's what you really do value from your leader at the quarterback position.
Nah, you heard him say it on there that he likes being down. Now, that's not to say that he likes losing.
Yeah, let's not do that a whole lot.
But true competitors love the challenge that adversity brings. And you hear Dak speaking on that in that particular clip. He likes the challenge of being down because you have to dig and you have to go to a place that most people refuse to go to. Most people can't even pull themselves out of that hole. But he yearns for that moment. He looks for that opportunity just to go prove it to himself and his teammates that he can get it done, and they did get it done.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he's a true believer. I mean, he's a true leader out there as well for this team. And you guys can attest to this. You played with, Tom Brady, Troy Aikman. I played with Dak and Romo myself. But as a team, when you have that guy at that position, that quarterback position, that no matter what's going on, you believe if he's in the game, you have a chance to win. That's exactly what Dak Prescott means to this organization and means to this team. That down 21 points, up 14 points, down 10 points, it doesn't matter. When he's at the helm, you always have an opportunity to win, and he's shown that throughout his seasons here at the Dallas Cowboys.
We said in pregame, man, to make that 180, 100-plus yards great is to win the game, and then you do it in comeback fashion. Now, Dak, I'm a 7-point down guy. That's about as far as I'm going to go. All right, don't take me there no more. I'm 63. I about had a heart attack. But so, hey, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, that's exactly the case. And, of course, there's a great look of celebration inside the building. One thing that was a fun celebration, we saw the video pregame of the elementary school students in Philadelphia punching the bags that had the faces of Cowboys players on it. Well, the Cowboys players get their revenge a little bit here, taking the boxing gloves. They said no boxing gloves needed. We're taking it to that Philadelphia Eagles logo on the pad itself. The Cowboys take down the Eagles and come from behind fashion, 24-21. More Cowboys OT after this.
To watch more Dallas Cowboys content on your connected TV, download the Cowboys Now app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV. Cowboys OT was brought to you by Sleep Number. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeti, officially licensed Yeti Cowboys gear, is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concession, and on Yeti.com. And by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com.
24-21, the Cowboys defeat the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 12. But how about this? The internet stays undefeated. Fox Sports NFL tweeted this out earlier. Of course, SpongeBob and Patrick in this scene are making fun of Texas Eagles fans while the Eagles continue to grow their lead, but not so fast. Here comes the Dallas Cowboys. Sandy cheeks coming in hot as they come back to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles here in Week 12. We're wrapping up Cowboys OT with Isaiah Stanback and Barry Church. We've got Osa Odighizuwa joining us here as well. A phenomenal second-half performance by this Cowboys defense. You had the big sack at the end of the game as well. What went right for you guys in the second half against Philly?
You know, as far as like the first half, we just looked at ourselves and said there's a lot of fixable things, fundamentals. We just got to execute our calls. Play style is there. You know what I mean? We never stop giving everything that we have. So we clean it up. We give the ball back to the offense as many times as possible. We'll be able to win this game.
All right, man, I need to know, what is Coach Whitecotton talking to the interior D-line about? You guys are getting after the QB. You guys are making run stops in the backfield. What's y'all's mentality as a defensive line unit right now over the last few weeks?
I mean, I'm going to keep it close to the chest with some things that we talked about.
100%.
Things that we, after the bye week, knew that we had to improve on moving forward if we want to be the D-line that we say that we are.
Yep.
So, you know, that's just kind of the mentality we've been working with moving forward, and as we continue to move forward.
Bet.
Well, it's been 2 weeks, you know, since Quentin Williams was able to join this defensive line, and you guys, the play has just stepped up week in and week out. Could you tell us about how much of an impact he's had on your defensive line and allowing you guys to get those one-on-ones and just eating as a whole?
Definitely great to have a player like Q on the line. You know, when me, him, and Casey are out there at the same time, I look to my left and to my right. I'm like, man, we got some guys out here. Him, Solly as well. You know, and just looking around the room and just knowing that we had the men in the room for the job, and just playing to that level that we know we could play at.
Yeah, 100%.
You talked about the success that you have rushing the passer. Talk to us through that sack of Jalen Hurts in the fourth quarter. What did you see pre-snap, and how were you able to take advantage?
I mean, we knew it was going to be a pass, so just communicating, make sure we were all on the same page, and then just letting it rip.
And you did. You certainly did that as well. What's the key to have some success here on the short week, turn around, get healthy, and then, of course, take on a really good Kansas City team on Thursday?
Definitely got to recover, you know what I mean? Log in on the game plan, you know, it's a short one, and then just, you know, we're going to have to lean on our play style a lot.
And I need to know, how much water should the people at home be drinking? Because I got to show this thing.
This thing is insane.
Listen, my dog, every time I see it, that it doesn't matter where he's coming to. The meeting room, that boy could be coming from the toilet. That boy got this thing with him at all times. How much water should they be drinking?
At least a gallon a day.
There you go.
What does that hold?
That's a gallon.
Is that a full gallon?
Oh, yeah.
And so is that the first one, or is that the second one you've had today?
I'll say about 1.5, 1.75.
Yeah, and that's through an NFL game as well. He's got a protein shake, too. Osa, we thank you again for joining us here as well, and continuous luck as you go into the short week as well.
Good to see you.
Osa Odighizuwa joining us here on Cowboys OT as we wrap things up here from outside the locker room here at AT&T Stadium. And
trying to take him out, Kyle.
I know, I can't do that. That would be bad. Isaiah, final thoughts as the Cowboys wrap up a 24-21 win.
Yeah, great victory. Enjoy it tonight with your family. Go home, be safe, but then start rehydrating yourself, get healthy, and be ready to rock on Thursday. Most likely going to be primarily walkthroughs.
Yeah, get healthy, recover, lock this one in, and get ready for the next week.
No middle lights. No middle lights. I know that's our sponsor, but hey, lay off of them, get your body right.
Hey, and that's the sponsor of the final score graphic, too. But that's for all the fans out there. That's not for those guys across the board. It's been a lot of fun. Cowboys get the win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, we'll be back at it again on Thursday. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody as they get ready to take on the Kansas City Chiefs here from AT&T Stadium. A 3:25 kickoff on Fox for that one. And, of course, you can join us for Cowboys pregame live at 2 p.m. Central Time. For Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church, and Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Yeomans. The Cowboys take down the Eagles 24-21.